Hi, welcome back to another video with True Talk with Didi. Guys, as you can see, yes, I've been crying. I have a lot in store to tell you guys, but of course, you have to stay tuned in order to be in tune. Just keep watching. God is moving. Just keep watching.
The things I said to hold her back, they keep her locked inside of all the times when she's been hurt before. Her eyes are swollen as she tries to hold her tears back.
Hi, welcome back to another episode of True Talk with Didi. I'm sorry, guys. I got really emotional in the first clip. I wasn't going to record this video. I know I've said that before, but this time I really wasn't going to record it. I felt like what I'm going through right now is hard to explain um, because it's my own personal walk, it's my own personal situation, it's my own personal stuff that I'm going through. Um, I know it's a spiritual awakening, it's a spiritual battle. We are fighting principalities and wars that try to come against us. I'm going to try to shed some light a little bit on what happened. Um, Telling my story is actually good. I know it's good for the soul and it's good for someone who may be watching me that could be possibly going through the same thing or have went through the same thing or don't know what they're about to go through if it feels, like it resonates with anyone out there. Um, Before I share the story, I want to talk a little bit about how God moves and the breakthroughs that we are keep getting. I'm not sure if you guys are aware. There is a lot going on in our world today on the news. Facebook is flooded, YouTube is flooded, Instagram is flooded, TikTok is flooded. And they're flooded with people reaching out. And you're probably noticing like there's a lot more spiritual people, a lot more chosen people, even, even though I don't believe in a whole lot of that tarot card stuff, but it's even that, you're getting a lot of those things, right? And their downloads, their messages. God is talking through some of them, and some of them, some people, we all know we don't have to explain that some people are not always authentic. Um, but regardless of whether being authentic or not, we're getting a lot of messages, right? We're getting messages about the closeness of God. The breakthrough is almost here. God is not playing with us. God don't play about his chosen ones. We're getting all of these breakthroughs. Your blessing is coming. Abundance is coming. It's close. It's close. But we don't talk a whole lot about what it looks like before it comes. And I'm going to get emotional in this video because I'm actually going through some stuff right now. And I know that a lot of times when we're going through something and stuff happen to us, God is trying to prepare us. And he's also trying to make sure that not only is he preparing us for the breakthrough, but when he finish making sure that we've purged all that old energy, our old behaviors, old things that we're doing, we're going to be new and we're going to be made whole. So when we're now doing the things in alignment with God, it'll kind of resonate better, and you'll see the spirit of God and the anointing of God placed upon your life because now you didn't wash God and washed away all those impurities. And I think that's what's happening to me. And I'm not, is of course, when you're going through this and you're in this level, or I don't know who I'm talking to, when you're in this level and you at this point, it's almost like your breaking point. You want to give up. You just don't want to do it no more. You like, what's the point? Like I'm sitting here trying to share with people about encouragement, getting closer to God and moving closer. And here I am experiencing something in my own life that I'm like, Lord, how can I talk to someone else and I'm going through something too? And God is like, that's the best time to talk because you can share your experience and share what you're going through in real time. and you can be transparent and they can see that it's not always going to be rose glasses, it's not always going to be perfect, and this is what it looks like when you're getting to your destiny. To share that, y'all, I really won't feeling myself today. I was like, I got up, I went to work, and I just won't feeling myself. And I was feeling down already because honestly, I'm gonna be totally truthful with y'all. I mean, this job that I have, I've been having it since last year of 2024 in July. I started with this company, right? And I've been there for now 15 months. And I know that God is trying to get me to focus more on the what he wants me to do, for his kingdom and what he wants me to do to get prepared for. And that's what he's preparing me for. He's like, after a while, that's all you're going to be doing is getting my people prepared. You're not going to have to worry about man-made stuff anymore. But in order for me to prepare that for you, you have to see some things that you can do while you're being prepared. So although that sounds really, really good, right? It's so different when you are going through the experience. And like I said, y'all, today was kind of one of them days where I was gonna just throw in the towel and I was gonna quit this job. I promise you, I was ready to just quit. I had went to my HR about how I was being treated from my supervisor. My supervisor, she is helpful, but she's also very much manipulative. Like she'll help you, but she makes sure that she's documenting every time she helps, meaning that she makes you feel like because she's helping you, you're not doing your job, right? But the way she was coming across, and she's been doing this for some months, and I've been trying to take the hits, and I've been trying to take the hits. And one day in my spirit, something said, you need to reach out and talk to HR and let them know how you're being treated. And I didn't see the opportunity. I didn't want to do it, but my HR sent out a mass email to all of us saying, "Hey guys, this is this is breast cancer month. Also, this is domestic violence month. So I want all of us to pay homage to those who are going through this and stuff like that. And we just want to wear everybody wear purple and pink for these months." So she was just giving us a little bit of her wanting us to contribute to the cause. At that moment, I was nudged in my spirit that go ahead and tell her that's your open opportunity. Let her know, although she's talking about domestic violence, mental health and mental, and you're being mental abused at that job. So let me explain how we'll go back to that. So pause on that one and remember I talked to HR. So let me tell you what's going on with the supervisor. My supervisor has been treating me very different, right? Since I had 5 contracts, and she's been treating me very, very different on one of the contracts. So I didn't get upset about the difference that she was treating me. I was more upset and concerned because it seemed like everything that I put out there, whether I worked on a task or did something, the way she came across was very aggressive and very demeaning kind of behavior. Like she'll send me an email and say, "Your correction's wrong. Nope, that ain't right. Nope, that ain't right." She wouldn't even look at nothing and just tell me it was wrong. And then oftentimes I will have to correct her. And she knows that, but she never brought that up. I will have to correct her and tell her, "No, Michelle, you're looking at this wrong. No, Michelle, this is the date that you're supposed to be looking at." I will have to tell her constantly, all the time, what she had done. And I felt like she was doing this a lot to me. And I didn't understand why she was trying to attack me every time I put work out or did something, right? And then when she finally realized she had did something wrong, it was like I didn't get the same energy. It was like it was no, "I'm sorry," whatever. It was just her attacking everything I do. She was coming for my neck, coming for my neck. I'm like, okay. It's one thing to help, it's one thing to be there, but it's another thing to feel attacked. Then she started doing it to the point where if we are in teams, she's doing it when she messaged me. Then she's being like aggressive, or they say you can't really see a tone through an email or a Teams message, but yes, you can. You know when somebody is going back and forth with you. You know when somebody has an attitude, and you know when somebody is yelling at you. You just know when they do it in caps that is yelling. We know this. So I wasn't feeling easy about how I felt about my job anymore. I was feeling like I'm working from home. I'm trying to see the benefit of working from home. I'm trying to trust that God wouldn't have put me in this position because He told me it's my job that He gave me. And I believed in that. I walked in it, I trusted it. And I'm like, okay, Lord, even though this is a pay cut from what I'm normally used to getting paid, I'm going to go ahead on and I'm just going to trust you in this and I'm just going to work. So it's been okay, but it's starting to get worse. So I'm like, what do I do? I'm in the 15th month now. I still haven't mentioned how I was treated. I still haven't told HR. I haven't really talked to them and really set her down. So I saw the window of opportunity and I decided to talk to HR. I think I want to say on the 23rd or 24th, I'm not sure, of October. When I talked to HR, I was basically telling her in HR that, you know, everything, I was showing her screenshots of how we communicate, how me and the supervisor was communicating. And I was showing her how why I felt the way I did. And then I was showing her the emails that was, sent, everything that she can get, all the reports she can get sent, so she'll see how she's coming at me and how it's abusive behavior at that, and it's also mental, more mental than it is, of course, physical, right? But it was more mental. So HR assured me, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. Don't cry. Dee, you're going to be fine. Everything is going to work out. I'm going to get back to you in a couple of days. We're going to resolve this situation. So today, I get a call and I was told, could you go into team? No, matter of fact, I get a team's message first and say, could you go into a team call with me really quickly? I'm thinking it's just me and her because she never said that my nobody was included. She just said, can you go into a call? Um, Before I go into that, let me also tell you, although she said she was going to get back to me, she also explained to me that our conversation was between me and her. She also stated that it's a private conversation. She won't go into detail about what I explained. She won't even make it look like it's obvious that I came to her, right? She said all of this stuff and pretty much lied to me. So I'm going to tell you how. So let's back it into current. So today, I get on the phone. I told her, yes, I don't mind. And I saw that my supervisor was also included on this call. So the first thing she asked me was about me getting some work, my work done for yesterday because I had to run out and get a whole bunch of stuff for USPS for my work, my other client. So she went into that first. And I'm thinking, okay, she was a little upset at the time that ran over, but I explained to her everything I had to do. Okay, long story short, let's get into the situation. So after that conversation, she goes, and I want to talk about another issue. And in my spirit, I'm like, I hope that she not bringing up the thing that she told me that was between us, because that would be inappropriate when she was on that call with me telling me that this is between us and that I don't have to feel like my job would be in jeopardy, right? Or that I'm doing it'd be a retaliation. Okay. So she said, well, I want to talk about the fact that when me and you talked, I understood what you were saying, but Michelle brought to, I'm sorry, I keep saying her name. I'm sorry. I'm gonna blur that out. She said, she brought to my attention that you have been having issues with one of our clients, as far as how you are turning in your work or how you're presenting your work. Now I'm sitting here for the life of me trying to figure out. So we're not talking about, this ain't a meeting for what I went to you for. This is a meeting about what she went to you for after she found out that I went to you for some other stuff. Think about what this sound. So you don't want to call this retaliation, but the only reason why you're bringing this to me, and the only reason why she told you what she said, is because of me coming to you, and then she brought stuff up on me. That ain't retaliation. We're not seeing it that way, right? I'm not supposed to. So she's like, Dina, I mean, Dee Dee, calm down. That's not it. Don't do that. What we're saying is, the client is important here. And this situation is more priority than y'all two not getting along. This right here with the client, we don't want to lose our client because we feel like this client been with us for years. So if you're having issues and you've been here for 15 months and your work is still this, that, I mean, she went on and on about everything. She said, I saw the emails and I saw the stuff that you were making mistakes on or the errors. And I'm sitting here like, I said to her, every time there's an error in my work, I am literally going back and fixing it immediately. The problem is there has not been a lot of errors in my work. These are past errors if she's talking about it. I've actually been doing a whole lot better, and they have not been a lot of issues. And the only way there were issues is because Virginia ABC has changed. Okay, I can't say that. I'm sorry, guys. It kind of cut off. So what I was basically letting her know was when they are errors there, I'm correcting them. But let's keep in mind that with the other client, they have changed their updated their information for us to do twice. There's a long list of everything that these accounts have to have when you are batching on certain days. Batching is just a form that we use, job jargon, right? And she went in to tell me, well, we got to make sure we worry about the client. And I mean, it was crazy, y'all. And here I am, not sure where this call is going, not sure where this conversation is going, because it's not going in the direction of clarifying what I went through, why I originally reached out to HR. It's only talking about my work. So at this time, as it's only talking about my work, not talking about nothing else, she goes, well, what we're going to do is I'm looking at this notice that she has. In this notice, it looks like a write up. I'm like, how did we jump from no no verbal warning, no nothing, just straight into a write up? So I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the paperwork, and she says, so we're going to have you sign this. You and your supervisor will be signing this together because we want to make sure we take some action plans so that you can be doing your work effectively and that you guys can work together so we can minimize how many errors that's taking place. And then after that, she goes, we're also going to see if you can return back to the office full time. Guys, I've been working remote for a whole year. I've been home for a whole year and 15 months. Well, a whole year and 3 months. And if y'all been following me or looking at my story or looking at all of the other videos, you will see on previous videos, all the way back from the beginning, I was home and it was better for me, not just financially, not just medically, because I have type 2 diabetes. Everybody that been knowing me, they know that. And I'm sitting here like, why did this meeting turn into me being at fault, but nothing on the supervisor? So I sat there for a minute after the call went and I told HR I was definitely curveball. You did not talk about nothing about what I went through and what I came to you about. You made this more about my mistakes or my work and my errors than you did about what I've been mentally and emotionally going through at work. Then on top of that, you told me that that was in a strict of confidence and that would be between us. So that was a lie. You basically went against HR policy because you're not supposed to be discussing what I discussed with you with the supervisor because that is supposed to be employee and HR related confidential. But I'm supposed to bypass that, right? Because what she did to me was in the past. Funny and oddly enough, what you're bringing up about the issue and situation is in the past. Although the arrow's in the past. But she told me we can't talk about the past. That's already gone, whatever. But I was still going through these things with the supervisor, right? So it looked like everything got one sided. Um, she wants me to acknowledge all of what she said, being HR, and I'm supposed to just accept this, y'all. And this is exactly what I mean when you are fighting spiritual warfare and you are fighting things that is trying to come and destroy you and make you give up everything in my power. Everything in my power did not want to do this video. It wasn't because I felt like I shouldn't. It wasn't because I didn't feel like I needed to. It was because everything in my power did not want me. Everything in me did not want me to do this video because I was supposed to feel defeated. I was supposed to be in my wetting up these my blankets, my crying my eyes out. I was supposed to just let it all fall in my face. When I say the way I felt attacked on that phone, it almost made me feel like, why did I ever go to HR? Why did I ever trust that this woman actually had my best interest? I mean, she shared with me. She even shared with me when she went through something that was kind of almost related. I mean, she had a conversation with me and shared a personal experience with me. And I'm thinking, God, thank you for allowing me to get out what happened and how I was feeling because I should not feel attacked this way. I'm thinking, finally, Lord, you put me at a place where they really care about my best interests. And then when this happened, I'm like, Lord, now I'm confused. What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to do? Why did this happen this way? Why did you allow this to happen? I'm asking God, I'm frustrated, I'm hurt, I'm crying, I'm praying. I'm like, Lord, this is feeling more worse than good. At this point, when stuff happen like that, y'all, it ain't nowhere in the world you want to go and return back to no job. It ain't. But God said, no, go to work. Go to work. Still do your job. Do the best you can. Check everything, look at everything, do the best you can. Don't fight it. Do the best you can. But what you will do is you will have any report, anything that ain't supposed to be right, notated. You're going to have the dates, you're going to have the time, and you're going to put it in a folder. And you're going to keep all of this stuff. And what you're going to do, all your emails, everything that you sent over, because if anything happens, you have a backup on how you were affected and how you were treated. I was told by God, just give it some time. I'm coming in, right? God kept saying, don't worry about it. I kept feeling like that. I said, Lord, I don't know what's happening. This is way before she called me. I said, Lord, I don't know what's happening or what's going on, but you keep making me feel like something is coming, Dina. Didi, just hold on. Just hold on. So I don't know who I'm talking to, but when I tell you feeling like this, feeling like you're under attack, even though you know something is coming, even though you know you closer to your breakthrough, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is the hardest thing to go through when you know something coming. But you gotta believe the harder it feels, the difficulty that's in it, the backstabbing that's in it, the pain that's in it, God is going to turn this around for your good, and they're going to watch that. The same way they watched you hurt, in pain, backstabbed you, lied to you, purposely did it like it was nothing and threw you to the side. God is going to make them eat everything they done wrong. And he is going, I don't care if they give you hunted in their dreams, in their sleep, but God is going to get them good. Don't you worry about it, because see, if you do right and don't say nothing smart, nasty, leave them alone. God said, be quiet, don't say nothing else. Because if you do it right, I can work in your favor. I can turn this around and work in your favor. I am not going to let them do that to you. You are my child. You are chosen. Don't you know when they say, touch not my anointing, do my prophet no harm? That was very harmful to his prophet. I was not supposed to get blasted like that. They were not supposed to go in to criticize me and attack me. I was not supposed to go into a situation where it was combative and people was coming for me. That's not the way God said it. He said, do not block my child into a corner. And that's what y'all did. And then you try to discredit her. So all of this stuff that they doing, I don't know who I'm talking to. If you feeling discredit, attacked, and it felt like somebody is just on your neck, and God told them to remove it, I'm gonna tell you right here, you ain't seen nothing yet. Victory shall be yours. This is not the end for you. God is working in your favor as we speak. He is pouring back into you, and you're about to see a victory as we speak. And I'm going to tell you something. You ain't going to see this victory by yourself. They're going to watch this victory happen. Because, see, a lot of times people will sit down there and publicly treat you this way. And God will vindicate your life in front of them. And that's what he's going to do. I know my father has seen the wrongdoing. I know my father has seen me go through this. He's seen where it was backstabbing. He's seen it. I don't have to speak it out. He saw what he saw. And God is like, don't you worry about it. I'm glad you gave this to me because I'm going to handle them. But what I want you to do as my child, I want you to get up here. I want you to tell your story. I want, even if you feel like you're crying and it hurt, I want you to give your story because somebody watching either went through it, understand it, and they know and they get it. And God said, you are going to reach millions of people. Don't worry about the small people that's trying to think that they got a God-like complex, but they can have it all day long. But God said they already know things can be ripped from them. They are aware that I'm going to be upset with them. They're not crazy. They know they're going to get something back. They've already said it to their self inside. Yeah, I know my karma coming for that one because they know they were wrong. Not just they, but the whole team. Don't think other people don't be. Trust me, okay. So God is going to work this thing out. I keep hearing December, so I am just praying, and God said it may even be before December. So I am praying, and I just ask that whoever touch and agree when you hear this, God got it. Don't you worry about it. They tried to play you, they hurt you, they discredit you, they try to come for you, but God is going to take care of you. Your breakthrough ain't just going to be a breakthrough. It is going to be a world breakthrough. God is going to show your enemies just how it is done. And he is not playing. This wasn't okay. And God already told me that no, this was not okay. This ain't on the level of, you gotta go through the fire. No, this was on the level of they was purposely meant. They purposely meant to hurt you and make you feel this way. And when God see people intentionally trying to do something, you are going to be vindicated for that. God is not going to let people, not his chosen, not his chosen. He ain't going to let his chosen one go through this without him doing something about it. God don't play about his children. He didn't die for us for people to misuse us. Okay? He don't play about his chosen ones. And I'm here to tell you, I can't wait to give y'all in part two. I'm going to wait until God do everything he got to do. But y'all wait for part two because in part two is when I tell you what happened after all of this. And God said, yes, you do got a testimony and it's coming. And in part two, they're going to watch and hear your testimony. And that's going to touch so many lives because people are going to already be on the edge of their seat waiting to hear what happened. I'm telling y'all, I know people are losing their jobs. People are losing their financial aid. People are losing their financial benefits for food. People are losing their Medicaid. Government shutdown going on. All this stuff happened. God said, trust him, not man. Even though I knew that and I felt I was in a safe place, God said it's okay. It's okay because you was told you was in a safe place. And see, God told them not to do that too. And let me tell you what I mean. God told her, do not go tell what this employee told you. She did it anyway. You got to be careful when God says stop. You got to be careful when God says, no, don't do that. And you do it anyway. Part two, guys. Part two is coming. And I am going to tell you how God blessed and changed the whole situation around. I don't know when part two coming because I don't know when God is going to go ahead and do it, right? But I know it's coming soon. So I can just tell you to stay in tune in order to be in tune. Go watch them other videos. Come on, guys. Get me to get it up there to 10,000. Come on now. We can do it. Get it up there to 10,000 likes, y'all. Y'all know goodness where everybody going through something. Everybody going through this. I'm not the only one out here going through struggles with the job and almost not having one and can't, and you know what I'm saying, and going through this stuff with managers and supervisors and people backstabbing you, co-workers and all. I'm not the only one. I'm not talking to just you. I'm talking to all of you watching. This ain't something you want to just scroll past. This is something you want to know. She going through that too? Yeah, yeah. But this is what it looked like. Don't miss the message. This is what it looks like before your breakthrough. Feels like things is crumbling, feel like things is falling apart. But I promise you, in Jesus' name, I promise you, God is going to show up and he is going to show up for you and they all going to see it. I thank God for making me still, not making me, but nudging my spirit and encouraging me to still do this. Because even though I did not want to do it, I feel a lot better getting it off my chest. This is probably the longest video I've had, but this truthful thing that happened to me, it is scary when you don't know what to do. But God said, don't let that fear take you out of what I have for you. And I'm not. I really love you guys. I thank you so much for all those who continue to watch, those who continue to subscribe, those who continue to support True Talk with Dee. It's been a long time coming, guys. I've been trying to get this channel like where it needs to be. All I can do is pour back in what God gives me to give to you guys. I really appreciate the authentic people who really up here to hear a message. And I pray and I ask God to continue to send those who need the message. Send them to me, Lord, in your holy name. That's what I continue to pray. I thank you guys so much. Until next time, smile on purpose anyway, and be safe. I love you guys. Bye.